Thank you, Matt, for that introduction. My name's Tony. I was going to say a little bit about myself, but I think Matt covered it all, basically. I am a middle child. Are there any other middle children here tonight? No? I'm the only partner there. Middle children catch a bad rap sometimes, I think. They do in my family, at least. If you're a middle child in my family, apparently you're just this long, continuous fucking joke all the time, basically. My family has a text thread devoted solely to making fun of middle children. I don't know who started it, I'm pretty sure it was my mom, but they just send memes and articles and stories about how much they hate middle children. It's really great stuff. They talk about middle child complex. Have you guys heard about this? That's a bunch of bullshit. That's not a real thing. Middle children don't have complexes. We know that we don't matter and our lives are meaningless, but we don't dwell on it. Like, we don't have a fucking complex about it at all. So I'm a middle child. I'm also currently old, poor, and single, which is just a killer fucking combination to go through life with. Let me tell you, you don't read a lot of success stories that start that way, do you? You don't ever read, he was old, poor, and single, and then he went and did great things. That's never fucking happened once. Not once. The more common article is, he was old, poor, and single, and then he just walked into the ocean one day. I do have 2 kids, though. That's pretty good. I have a son and a daughter, and my kids are the best. They really are. They both are. They're just the best. They both hate sports. So that's kind of a slap in the face to their father, but other than that, they're really terrific. The sports thing is tough, though. Like, it's really tough to love them sometimes. My son at least tried. My son tried to play baseball for a couple of years. He had a very brief baseball career. I got to be his coach, actually, which was just a dream come true for me, personally. I remember the first game, I had tears running down my cheeks. I was like, I can't believe I get to coach my son. This is what I've always wanted to do. My son had a very different feeling about the experience. He did not share that sentiment. And about halfway through the season, he came up to me in the dugout and handed me a note that announced his retirement from baseball. Effective immediately. Looked me right in the fucking eye when he did it, too. I think it was in the middle of a game. I think he was on deck. He was like, here you go, I'm out of here. I'll just see you around the house sometime, okay? It made for one hell of a season. Let me tell you, it was one of those coach pitch leagues, though. You know, those where I was the coach, I had to pitch to my guys, which was a pretty big conflict for me, actually, because, like, as the coach in me, I wanted my players to do really well and everybody to hit the ball. But the competitor in me got pretty fired up out there sometimes. Like, one time I was like, God damn it, I've got 10 strikeouts through 4 innings. I am on fire tonight. They can't touch me. They can't hit my curveball. I've only allowed 1 base runner, and I had to hit that kid because he was crowding the plate on me. Nobody does that to me. I think my favorite moment from that baseball season, though, was when one of the kids' dads asked me to give his son a ride home after the game. We were walking to the car, and my son's like, why is Jake with us right now? What's happening? Is he coming with us? Dad, is he coming with us? He was very nervous because my son was like 8 or 9. But he still liked to use a booster seat in the car, which was fine. You know, he liked to sit up high and have a good view while we were driving around. It wasn't a big deal, but apparently he was very self-conscious about it. So when I told him we were giving Jake a ride home, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's gonna see my booster seat. What are we gonna do about that? I was like, I really don't think he's gonna care, buddy. He's like, oh, don't you, Dad? Don't you? He's like, you don't think he's gonna make fun of me and then tell the rest of the team? What do we do then? What the fuck do we do then? We gotta move to a new city. Have you even thought this through right now? How are we gonna give him a ride home? He was so stressed out. But I give him credit. He was very proactive when we got to the car. We got to the car and he's like, all right, Jake, this is my booster seat, okay? This is where I sit. I still use a booster seat. You got a problem with that, Jake? Do you? Jake, do you? Jake, do we have a fucking problem, man? Poor Jake, he's like, no, I really don't care at all. My son was like, really? Oh, okay, well, let's just go home. Hey, how about that baseball game today, huh? Did you see me retire in the 4th inning? I also have a daughter as well, and my daughter is the greatest human being who's ever lived. People usually enjoy it when I say that, but it's true. I have documentation out in the car. I can go get it if you need me to. Daughters are not fair for fathers, I don't think, though. Like, I don't really know how to be a well-rounded parent to my daughter because I'm just kind of putty in her hand. I don't know how to discipline my daughter. I just don't. One time, like 4 years ago, I kind of raised my voice a little bit to her, and her eyes watered up. She got real sad. It was the worst fucking day of my life. That was 4 years ago. I still apologize every single day for that. I don't know how to be hard on her. With my son, it was easy. I was hard on him all the time. He was like 3 years old. I was like, you gonna start pulling your own weight around here or what? What's the deal? You gonna take the trash out? Or maybe you mow the fucking yard every once in a while. What do you do? What do you even do around here? I don't get it. He was 3. My daughter's 13, and I'm still like, hey, baby, can I get you a juice box or anything? Get some fruit snacks? Yeah, I'll go to the store and get you a dress right now. You want me to? Fucking I will go right now. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm probably done having kids, I would guess, though. I'm getting pretty old, and I'm not Robert De Niro or anything, so I think I'm done with kids. Plus, it's probably better to date for a while before you think about having kids, and I don't really do that much anymore. I did have a date recently. It was a first date, which is great for me because I suck at first dates. I do. I'm awful. I'm just nervous and anxious. I never know how much to drink on a first date. You know, I always take the waitress aside. I was like, what do you think? Should I have another beer? How am I doing down there? I should pack it up and go home? Okay, good talk. A lot of questions get asked on first dates. It's like an interrogation. The girl I was out with, she's like, so, what do you do for a living and where do you live? I don't have to answer your fucking question. That's a little personal, don't you think? Am I on trial right now? Jesus Christ, back off with your questions, please. Where do I live? You got some nerve. The real answer, of course, is I do not have good answers to those questions. Let me just say this. I don't have answers to those questions that's going to get me laid at the end of this day. I turned on. Hello?
Hold on to it.
Hello? Okay. Where was I? I don't have. Hello? Okay. I don't have the answers to those questions that are going to give. Does that work, son? Oh, now I'm lost. Totally lost. The date I was on, though, her ex-boyfriend just happened to be at the same bar we were at. I don't know if he followed us there or if he was just there, but at one point she was like, oh, God, that's my ex right there. I was like, really? Your ex-boyfriend's here? Seriously? Which one? Which one? This guy? This guy? This guy? That's a good-looking man. What are you doing here with me right now? He is. He's a sharp-looking dude. Looks like he works out, too. Does he work out? He looks like he works out. I should work out more. I don't work out very much. I can't believe you're not with him, though. Is he paying with a credit card right now? This guy is the whole package. Jesus, I can't believe. Can I go sit with him for a little bit? Would that bother you? She asked me if I wanted to fight him, though. She's like, so do you want to fight him right now? I was like, no. Why would I? Why? I don't know this guy. Why would I fight him? I barely fucking know you. Like, if you get abducted in the parking lot out there, I don't think I'm going to have a real big reaction to it. I'm not going to fight someone I don't know. It's ridiculous. At one point, though, she did ask me how often I think about the Roman Empire. And I did not know about this thing. That I'm not really on TikTok, and I don't get on social media, so I didn't know it was a thing. They ask a guy about how much he thinks about the Roman Empire to, I don't know, make fun of him or just have fun with it. So I didn't know this, so when she asked me that question, I was like, oh, all the fucking time. Like, I literally 5 minutes ago, I was just thinking about the fucking Roman Empire, I swear to God. I got really excited. I was like, I might marry this girl. She's fucking perfect for me. Roman Empire. So then I did. I proceeded to talk about the Roman Empire for, I don't know, like 45 minutes or an hour or so. I started with like Julius Caesar. Then I think I got to about the 10th emperor, Titus, as we all know. And I looked up at one point, and she was no longer sitting with me at the table. She was sitting with her ex-boyfriend, like rubbing his back all of a sudden. I think they got back together. I don't blame her, though. Good for her. He looked like a real catch to me. I don't know. I did try a dating app one time, but I don't think I was doing it right. Like, all the women I kept getting matched up with, they all lived in Romania. And I don't think that's supposed to happen. I don't know if I put in the wrong zip code, but I don't know how it works, really. I really don't. They were all from Romania, and they would ask me a lot of personal questions, too, except theirs were like, hey, what's your mother's maiden name? And hey, what's the name of your first pet? Like, hey, go ahead and give me the routing number on the bottom of that check real quick. But her profile picture looked really pretty, so I just gave her all my fucking information. I do that every time. Anytime someone asks me for my personal information, I just give it to them right away. I was like, what do you need? Birthday? Social Security? Yeah, fucking have at it. Here it is. So I'm always hoping, like, even if it's an obvious scam, because I'm always hoping, like, maybe the scammers will fuck up and accidentally put a bunch of money into my bank account. I don't know if that's a thing, but it'd be really, really nice if it did happen, I'll tell you that. Hasn't happened yet. Usually what happens is I'll give people my personal information, and then a week later I get a really angry message from them. And it just says, hey, loser, you don't have any fucking money. Do you know that? Seriously, do you know you have $4 in this fucking bank account, right? We can't even withdraw it. We can't even touch your $4 fucking dollars. Are you aware of all this? I'm like, well, yeah, of course I am. I've been trying to get my hands on that $4 for like a year and a half. I was hoping you'd have better luck and maybe we could split it, you know, like $2 a piece or something. All right, that's all I got. Thank you.